Alrighty, we're recording. So I'll try not to be too loud. Alright, what we have here is just sort of a blank data set that I generated just to have something to work with. What we're going to do is sort of show you some of the stuff here. So to expand a thing, like to have it continue a list, so in this case we got one, I put in two, then this little thing at the bottom, it's sort of a contextual expansion. In this case, it says, oh, there was a sequence, 1, 2, 3, and then it just will continue that sequence for you. Um, I'll try to remember what it is we need to do. So this is our data set. I have a column here that is the sum, and I'm just going to go ahead and highlight that a certain color here. I don't know, blue, sure. And average, which will highlight with a certain color, not blue, because, yeah, sure, yellow. So to do a sum, so we're going to click that, we hit equals, and you can look up here and see what you're typing, even if it doesn't show up down there. So equals, in this case, sum of, and as soon as you put the parentheses in there, it shows you the format, how you can go ahead and do that. If you need to, you can click and get an explanation. In this case, we're going to go from here to there. So we want the sum of everything there. Sum D9 through D28, D9 through D28, and we're going to close the parentheses and hit enter. So, hey, there's our sum. Average, we're going to go ahead and just say this equals, and we'll start parentheses just to help make sure, this divided by, which is a slash, and we have 20 points of data, so we're going to divide by 20. Close parentheses. Okay, so the average is that divided by that, 20. So one thing we can do is we can grab this and expand it over. So this one was D9 through D28. This will be E9 through E28, G, H, I. So these will all reference directly above them. Since these were relative links, it'll be in the same position. So these will be the 20 above it. And if we do the same thing here, like that, this will be E30 divided by 20, F30 divided by 20. So, does that. So one thing we need to do is figure out the difference, right? So we have our data set. I'm going to come to this one, go ahead and title it difference. So this will be the difference from the mean kind of thing. Oop, didn't want to make it a little bigger so we're not overlapping. And so in this case, I'm going to want to reference this average. This is our mean, right? So we're going to equals, go ahead and put the parentheses just to make sure, this, so D9 minus this, close. So this will be the difference for that. We hit enter, it goes, okay, there we go. Now one thing we are going to do here is, because we want it always to reference this value down here, we're going to make that an absolute link. So we're going to say, we're going to put a $sign in front of the column and a $sign in front of the row. Before I was trying just one $sign, but it needs a $sign column, $sign row, and that will essentially lock that when we do this sort of drag copy thing. So hopefully this works, and I'm going to go ahead and drag it down like that. And hey, so that D31 stayed the same in each of these. This works if you copy and paste as well. This is an absolute reference. I want D31 flat out. All the others will change depending on where you paste it. It'll be, hey, I want the one next to me, one next to me, one next to me. So that worked. And because we did our draggy thing, we have our sum and we have our average. In this case, I don't know that we care about either of these, but they're there. So this would be our, say, d squared. And because I didn't put the equal sign, it's not gonna, it just treats that as text. So this is going to be equals parentheses, and we're going to pick the one next to it, E9, and we're going to want that. The up caret, so shift 6 is raised to the power of squared, in parentheses, here. So in this case, we don't have any sort of absolute reference we need. We already have that built into these. So we're going to go ahead and move it. So this is these squared. This is the sum of squares, right? So we kind of already have that going there. What else did we need?
Sum of error, so it's the yi minus
Oh, okay, so
the expected, so like with the formula, the expected,
okay, formula,
like a function.
right? So I'll make up a function here. I have no idea, love. So equals parentheses. We'll say this. Oh wait. So right now I'm kind of in the wrong spot. Escape. Stop. This will be the formula, I guess. I don't know. Formulae. So equals parentheses. This one. So we can reference. It doesn't always have to be the one next to it. You can reference this. So D9 times, I don't know, 1.5 minus 1, I don't know, and do all of that squared there. So that'll give us our little formula. So it's 1.5x or x times 1.5 minus 1, all that squared. I'm not sure how that is valuable necessarily, but there you go. And again, we can just drag it down, and that'll give us our formula. So these are referencing all the way over here. These are referencing this. This is referencing that. And these are also, like I said, we have $, $, to make sure that we're always looking at this average for our difference. So I'll go ahead and stop this here. It's been going on for 8.5 minutes, and hopefully this gives you the information that you need. And remember, if you just start a sequence like this of numbers, it'll just continue it. So I'll just throw it in there like 2, enter, 4, that, and we click both of those saying, use both of these for your base, and we go, yeah, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, so it'll just continue the pattern you started. It's kind of neat that way. So you can do that. All right. Good luck. I hope that works. And